for March 21st, 2022. Need to adopt the agenda. I do have two items to add on the agenda, which are 8A, which is the Animal Resource Control vet contract. And then on 9A is the emergency purchase in OPD for 4 cars. With those additions, do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Mayor's report tonight. The mayor and Bart Robertson are in DC on congressional delegation visit, and so that is the report tonight. So the weather's good in Oxford, and we'll go from there. Authorize approval of the minutes of the regular meeting for February 15th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Authorize approval of accounts for all city departments.
Move we pay the bills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Consider the consent agenda.
Motion made to approve consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll slow down a little bit. Request approval of the preliminary plat for case 2831 for LT2 LLC for the Grove at Grand Oaks Phase 8 for property located in the Grand Oaks PUD near Morse Drive. Being further identified as PPIN 26136. Welcome, Robert.
Hello. So this phase of Grand Oaks will be south of the intersection of Morris Road and Bell River Road. Subject property is about 21 acres with 57 lots, between about a quarter of an acre and half acre. Engineering has provided comments related to access, water and sewer and stormwater, and approval of stormwater management plan is still pending. At the February Planning Commission meeting, the commission unanimously recommended approval of the request with the conditions that are in the staff report, and staff recommends approval with the 4 conditions that are listed in the memo.
Okay.
Move we approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Request approval of preliminary plat for case number 2832 for LT2 LLC for the Grove at Grand Oaks Phase 7. Property located at Grand Oaks PUD near Morris Drive, being further identified as PPIN 8949.
Okay, and this is on the north end of Morris Drive, past Fazio. This will be about 14 acres with 18 lots between 0.6 and 0.97 acres. Of note, lots 102, 103, and 104 are partially located outside of the city limits, and the applicant intends to immediately begin the process for a petition for including these properties into the city limits. Until that has been approved, a final plat for lots 102, 103, and 104 will not be approved. Engineering has provided comments related to access, water and sewers, and stormwater, and improvement of the stormwater management plan is still pending. The Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval at February, and staff recommends approval with the 4 conditions that are listed in the memo.
Okay.
And a couple of quick things in the recommendation. You got it listed as phase 8 instead of 7. We are looking at phase 7.
Phase 7, yes. Thank you for that.
All right, with that, is there approval?
Motion made to approve.
I have a second?
Second.
Condition, sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. All right, architectural, excuse me, Animal Resource Control vet contract. Real quick, this is going to be the same contract as we have with Dr. Kavam, and we're only changing the names on it. And Kelly, you got anything to add?
It's just pending legal approval.
Okay.
Motion made with approval of council.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. All right, number 9, consider a request from MADD for the use of uniformed officers. Uniformed officers, go ahead. Sorry.
Ununiform.
Yeah,
Ununiformed.
so Matt is now meeting over at the municipal court location, which they used to do it at our office, and they're collecting money and doing different things. So they just want to hire off-duty officers to be there for security for those 2 hours.
Okay.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. 9A is an emergency purchase of in OPD for 4 cars. Yeah.
So we put in a purchase order for 4 Chargers, and we were notified on Friday that Dodge is not going to honor any of those contracts. So if there's not bolts already on it and it's on the assembly line, you're done. And we were able to find 4 here in Mississippi, but it won't be under the government contract. It'll be about 697 more for each car, but we saved on our estimate, so we do have the budget money there to make those 4 purchases.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. Request permission to approve a parade assembly permit for Claude Gunter for cycling event on Saturday, May the 21st, 2022, starting at 6:15 a.m. Chief?
Yes, sir. This one will go from the Oxford Middle School all the way out to North Oxford. So we'll be able to manage this. We've done this before, so no big issues.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Request permission to approve a parade assembly permit for Square Books Jr. to host story time featuring Aaron Austin Abbott's family field trip on Saturday, March the 5th, 2022, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on the RSVP Plaza.
Yes, sir.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? All right. Second reading and public hearing on the proposed ordinance amending Chapter 18, Animal and Fowl, Section 10, Animal Resource Officers, Article 1A and 1B, as related to the duties and the role of the Animal Control Officer.
No changes on our end, so we just here if anyone had comment.
All right. Is there any comment from the public? All right. Hearing none, we'll move till next week for approval. 13 is request permission to approve budget reallocation and amendments. Ashley?
Yes, and I'll apologize ahead of time. I did not realize I had not attached those. They are all reallocations with net zero changes to the departments. That is, the one change is increasing our revenue. It was almost $1.2 million, but I've got copies coming.
Okay.
So I apologize for that.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. Number 14 is consider change order number 1 for gym services and installation company for $14,280 for the new floor at the old activity center. Mark?
We're currently under contract with the same floor contractor that installed the new gym floor at the Coach Howell Activity Center. The old activity center floor hasn't been resurfaced since it was built in the 70s. It's far outlived its expected lifespan. OPC has requested the addition of volleyball inserts, which will have to be stored and drilled in after the new surface is poured. If approved, the OPC will have an additional 4 courts to use, and they can use the same equipment that they currently have with the new activity center. I think it will make the old activity center more versatile in the program it can offer. There's no additional time as well.
Okay. Any questions?
So basically it costs 14 grand for them to drill it.
12 holes, so around 1,000, a little over 1,000.
Yeah, that's what I mean, for them to drill the holes. It
And
costs.
there's no room for error if they missed it. So it's pretty technical. It's
John, we're a long way from a
3.5
tire,
inch.
concrete, and pole.
Yeah, it's a 3.5.
That's what I had.
I know.
Okay.
All right, approval?
Yeah, so moved.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. Request permission to accept participation for the Adopt a Street program for Lafayette County Master Gardeners and for the Oxford Garden Club. Mark?
We had a few of these a couple months ago. They want to add a few volunteers to pick up trash along Bramlett and South Lamar as part of the Adopt a Street program. As you recall, the volunteers who work in the city right away, they must sign the liability waiver, which was in your board pack, and they must be named in the open meeting. By all accounts, the program's going well, and we'd like to thank the organizations for their dedication, the time they're spending to keep Oxford beautiful.
Motion made to approve.
Second?
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Number 16 is consider executive session.
Move we consider executive session.
All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. Board will now be.